What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. And today we're gonna go over 10 Marvel and DC superheroes that were over-sexualized. Before we get on the video, if you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe, and let's get straight on the video with number 10, Psylocke. Before Betsy Braddock became a member of the X-Men, she was just a supporting character in the adventures of her twin brother, Captain Britain. In the comics, Psylocke had her mind placed inside the body of a Japanese female ninja, which is how she managed to gain her martial arts skills. When it was announced that Psylocke was going to make an appearance in X-Men Apocalypse, many fans were very excited. After seeing her costume for the first time, some people were a little disappointed. Bryan Singer, the director of the movie, believed that the character should have had her classic costume and wanted it to accurately resemble the one in the comics, but that also meant that it had to look sexual. In an interview, Olivia Munn, the actress who plays Psylocke, admitted that the costume is very sexual, but she doesn't have a problem with that. She said that Psylocke is very powerful and lethal, and it doesn't really matter what she's wearing as long as people understand how strong she truly is. The only thing she finds annoying about the costume is the fact that it is way too tight. Number 9, Ironheart. In 2016, it was announced that the events at the end of the comic book event series Civil War II will cause Tony Stark to step out of the Iron Man suit and a new character will take his place. Riri Williams is a 15-year-old MIT student who managed to build her own version of Iron Man's suit from scratch. Introducing this character helped by promoting diversity, but it also led to Marvel receiving a lot of criticism. Before the first issue was published, several variant covers were released, and this angered many fans. They were upset because Riri was supposed to be a young girl, but these drawings made it seem like she was in her early 20s. Fans felt like the only reason why the artist did not make her look like a 15-year-old is because making her look older would most likely increase the amount of sales. Artist J. Scott Campbell posted a new drawing that actually made Riri look young. Number 8, Namor. Sometimes people forget that male superheroes have also been sexualized plenty of times, and Namor is the perfect example. He is the son of a human sea captain and a princess of the mythical undersea kingdom of Atlantis. He made history by becoming the first character Marvel has ever introduced, yet for some reason his sex appeal is still used to help him gain fans. In many comics, Namor is seen only wearing underwear or shorts. One of his most famous stories involved him having a crush on Invisible Woman. Even in the Silver Age, Sue Storm was attracted to him, but knew she could never have him because her heart still belonged to Reed. The main problem with this story is that he barely wore any clothes, and his anti-hero nature and attractiveness was only used to make more people like him. When Gerald Perel's variant cover was released, some fans finally started to realize that Namor was an over-sexualized character. Number 7, Black Widow. This character was first introduced as a Russian spy and antagonist of the superhero Iron Man. Later on, she redeemed herself and became an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. In 2010, Iron Man 2 came out, and that's when she made her first appearance in the MCU. Everyone can agree that her fight scenes were awesome, but that doesn't change the fact that her introduction was far from perfect. In the movie, Black Widow is undercover as Natalie Rushman, and she's applying to be Stark's new assistant. Tony asks his bodyguard to give her a lesson in boxing, and this causes her to enter the ring in a very seductive way. He looks at her resume and finds a photo of her modeling in Tokyo with lacy undergarments, which many people thought was very unnecessary. Not only did it add nothing to the plot, but it also made it seem like Black Widow was only in the film for sex appeal. Number 6, Power Girl. She is the Earth 2 counterpart of Supergirl and has been recognized as an important member of the Justice Society of America. As soon as you search up her name, you'll find an endless amount of drawings that sexualize her. Some people believe that she deserves a new costume that does not have a hole over her breast. There are a few comics that actually show Power Girl explaining why her costume has a hole. In Justice League Europe number 37, she said that she's a healthy woman and if men stare, that's their problem. In Justice Society of America Classified number 2, her reason was that she wanted to have a symbol like Superman but couldn't think of anything, so she decided to leave it open. In another comic, Power Girl basically says that she is strong and empowered, so she really doesn't care about showing off too much skin. The real reason why her breasts were so big is because the original artist, Wally Wood, chose to enlarge them with each issue. Of course, the editors noticed, but they did nothing to stop it. Number 5, Nightwing. Dick Grayson is known as the original Boy Wonder and adopted son of Bruce Wayne. Just like Batman, he had a very dark past and his parents were murdered. Later on, he became the greatest acrobat in the DC universe. There is a reason why many people consider him the most attractive male character in the history of comics. Nightwing was over-sexualized in the New 52 universe, and some fans chose to ignore this because they were blinded by his good looks. Even though he's covered up most of the time, DC artists still managed to sexualize him by making his costume so tight and showing off his butt. The comic series, Grayson, has been criticized a few times because it caused some people to see Nightwing as a sex symbol. The writer defended his comic and said that Dick's youthfulness is what attracts the readers. He said that Nightwing is confident, flirty, and funny, while also occasionally being mysterious, which is why so many people find him attractive. Number 4, Wonder Woman. This superhero is known as the symbol of female empowerment, so it's difficult to understand why an artist would want to over-sexualize her. If you have seen Frank Cho's artwork before, then you know that he usually draws female characters in a very sexual way. He was supposed to be the variant cover artist for Wonder Woman's 22-issue run, but he quit after the 6th issue. After releasing 3 covers, many people were very upset because they did not like how his drawings focused on Wonder Woman's breasts and butt. Some people think that Cho quit because he couldn't handle all the negative comments that he received on social media, but that's not true. According to Cho, everyone loved his covers, and the only person who had a problem with it was the writer of Wonder Woman. He said that the writer always tried to alter and censor his artwork because he disliked the fact that it showed too much skin. Cho believed that he should have had no editorial control over his covers, which is why he eventually decided to quit. Number 3, Starfire. Starfire is a very important member of the Teen Titans and the Outlaws. There's no denying the fact that Starfire is one of the most sexualized characters in comic books. In the 80s, DC Comics Presents number 26 was released, and Starfire barely wore any clothes. Her costume was almost non-existent, and unfortunately, this problem only got worse in 2011. Red Hood and the Outlaws was a comic book series that featured Jason Todd, Roy Harper, and Corey. In one issue, Starfire is completely naked and says that she doesn't understand how a society is so obsessed with sex, and also afraid of nudity. Also, she believes that it is unnecessary to know someone's name before having sex. Some fans enjoyed this version of the character, while others disliked it because it did not remind them of the innocent and kind Starfire they met in the animated Teen Titans show. Number 2, Marvel Swimsuit Specials. Amazing Heroes began producing swimsuit issues in 1990, which sold well in the direct market comic book stores and inspired Marvel to do the same thing. From 1991 through 1995, Marvel published swimsuit specials that showed heroes and villains taking time off from saving the world. Many characters were featured in these issues, including Bullseye, the Wasp, Invisible Woman, and Nova. She-Hulk was the cover girl for the first issue released in 1991, and Storm was the cover girl for Take a Wakanda Wild Side, which was released in 1992. The issue that surprised people the most showed the Punisher wearing a cardboard skull, loincloth, and holding a beach ball over his head. And number 1, Harley Quinn. This lovable anti-hero has always been sexual throughout the comics, and has become a big part of who she is. The reason why she sometimes wears revealing clothes is because she likes the boost of confidence. Even in Batman the Animated Series, which is where she made her debut, Harley is seen sitting on top of a desk where she seductively asks the Joker to have sex with her. In Suicide Squad, Harley made her first appearance in the DCEU, and some people were a little disappointed because she did not wear her iconic Jester outfit. Instead, she wore a Rip Daddy's Little Monster shirt and shiny underwear, which angered some fans because they felt like her costume was over-sexualized. To make matters worse, Suicide Squad was marketed by showing shots of her butt and even a scene of her changing. According to Margot Robbie, Harley is wearing hot pants because they're sparkly and fun, not because she wants the guys to look at her ass. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Valenplana, and I'll see you all later.